welcome back to another episode of Late Night Subnautica, where Yami scares the hell out of himself. Today, we are going to be making a new mobile base operations. Plan on using a storage vessel inside of the Cyclops for mobile outposts. So, let's see. Pretty decently far out. I did this for a reason. I wanted to keep it out farther from the shallows so that I did not damage it in the shallows. There's our repack friends. Alright, so in this episode, let's see. No, forgot that doesn't open up to me.
Emergency power only. Oxygen production offline.
Looks like I forgot to replace the power cells. So this is about to get interesting. Do believe they're right here. Okay. So, did we leave any of the vehicles here? No, we did not. Alright. So, brilliant plan coming here. Case, I'm pretty sure. No, I did not leave it docked here. Wonderful.
Are you in the Cyclops?
I was indeed in the Cyclops, my friend.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Okay, so we got the scanner room going. Make sure something's super quick here. And let's pop back over to my main base, which I am going to leave here.
Okay, there's like a 20-second delay, just saying.
Interesting. Okay. 20-second delay? I wonder if that has to do with my bandwidth or something of that nature.
Yes, 20-second delay before my chat appears to you.
Oh, wow. I wonder if that's a connection issue with you, or if that's on my end. Yeah, we hear you. Bug off. Alright, so
aboard, Captain.
Check a couple of things.
Just
here.
kidding.
Okay. Got me good there. I was gonna say, because I'm not 100% for sure how to fix that. Okay, so we got one of our power cells that we're gonna need here. Alright, so that's 3. In fact, actually, let's put those there so we know they're all 100, and we have 3. Pretty sure I need a total of 6. I'm sure there's 3 on the other side for it, so... Excuse me there, apologize. Alright, so silicone rubber and a battery, which I have 2 batteries on me already. Okay, so we got actually some silicone rubber over here. Just take those, and we'll combine those to make our set. Alright. So now, real quick, just going to go ahead and try to remember where exactly. Love it when they phase through my base like that. Just have to remember where I left my mod chip. We'll go ahead and take
It
that.
doesn't let me say swear words, it deletes the whole sentence.
Interesting. I don't have any settings set up for that.
But yes, chat is delayed, but doesn't matter, video is great quality.
Okay, glad to hear it's great quality. Interesting. Let me see if I can mess with the settings real quick. Not take a screenshot. Well, interesting. I couldn't find a way to mess with that. My apologies. Alright, so, and we're back. So again, welcome new viewer. My apologies. Did not see that you jumped in. Now, if I can find that HUD chip. Oh, looks like it's already equipped, obviously. Alright. So, go ahead and jump out here. Go find us some of this limestone chunk. Get us some copper ore so we can make a few more batteries. Because we're going to need replacements anyhow. Hey, where did you go? Pretty sure I did not see you. There we go. Yeah. You just go ahead and take that. Take that ore out here. Thank you. Glass later. Stalker teeth, by the way, if anybody needs to know. just watch him pick up some metal, automatically you'd have yourself some free stalker teeth. Well, most of the time that is. Okay. Copper. Titanium, titanium. No, thank you. Okay, more titanium, but that's okay because I'm sure I'm gonna need a boatload of titanium for all of the space constructing I'm gonna do, so it's not hurtful in any way, shape, or form. Now, when it comes to all these limestone chunk clusters, areas like that, I would take out the grav trap if you haven't made it yet or found it. I would definitely look for the scanner pieces around for the fragments, that is, so that way you can get it, and that way when you go in an area and you throw it out, it just grabs everything in the general area around it and pulls it to it, so you can just grab it. No thank you. Bye now.
What are you trying to build first in the Cyclops?
More storage. It's going to need a lot of storage, but I'm definitely going to need the fabricator so I can fabricate things. I'm going to need at least one or two of the health kit fabricators, so that way I can go ahead and heal myself, of course, whenever needed, and that's going to be on the mobile
It has a lot of lockers already.
Yeah, that's true. It's very true. I was thinking to see if there was a way if I could build on the outside of it. I haven't really researched this much. However, I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. But, no, that doesn't work. But if you can build on the outside of it, I was thinking about building like solar panels or something of that nature, or building another thing inside of it, like, you know, this bioreactor right here, so that I can try to generate power in it somehow, so I don't have to do these power cells. Now, would it be silly to think that the power cells that drive
That would be great.
Yeah. And would it be silly to think that the power cells themselves that it drives off of could power a power cell charger so that I could continue to charge power cells so that I don't ever really technically run out of power? That would be kind of ideal, as well as the reactor. Or panels. Actually, I should probably just go ahead and toss all this in the appropriate storage facilities that I'm using. Okay, and I had picked up a lot of this stuff for a lot of the upgrades and whatnot that I had been utilizing for modifications and such, so you're gonna see a lot of these mats get thrown in boxes and such. Oh, yeah, I figure I'll go ahead and show out my little deco art that I'm leaving right here at the base for now. No shelves or anything.
I can see fish swimming through your base. Is it a glitch?
I don't know necessarily if it's a glitch. I'm assuming, you know, technically a glitch, yes. However, this is the full release of the game, and it's been pre-released forever. So as far as I'm concerned, I guess they just kind of left it that way, or didn't find a way for them to kind of like hit the base and fly around without damaging it or something of that nature. So I think that's like their fix of some sorts. but I don't know. I think it would be cooler, you know, even if you have to utilize the actual collision damage, even if some, you know, things don't really cause damage, because sometimes when things, you know, collide with your sea vehicles and such, they don't actually cause damage, so it would be nice to have that collision detection, even with, like, bigger leviathans and such, like for these people who build those crazy bases.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Right back in the lab reactor room here. Back, so drop this rotting one off, since I can't really eat it. Then so I probably have all the power cells I need, but if I run out of battery on any single one of these devices, I am dead in the water with whatever it is. So I'm gonna go run out here and grab some extra copper ore, and then I got all the acid.
Base building is cool. I would build micro bases everywhere.
Yeah, honestly, that's kind of my ideal. I was thinking about building these outposts and then kind of just stockpiling a whole bunch of extra, you know, materials it takes, and kind of like mapping it out, putting notes on my phone and such, so that I know what pieces I'm going to do in each little outpost, like scanner rooms, for example, and then at least one or two moon pools to be able to, you know, modify my bases and whatnot, because, you know, Cyclops, as far as I understand, you don't have to worry about a modification station or a moon base, or a moon because they don't really fit, so they do their own modifications, their own, like, just like do their own terminal and whatnot. Oh, look at that. I think this is that one area. Should be able to see here in a second.
What materials are you searching for now?
Currently some more copper ore. Pretty much, in my opinion, as much of it as I had before, and I thought I had enough. You can really never have enough of it, especially when it comes to batteries and such. Oh, look at that. I forgot I left the storage thing here. It's literally full of nothing. And then that would be a surge of heat staying at you take damage. Now this is where it gets kind of difficult, because, you know,
Oh my god, what is that?
oh, it's like a heat spout or something of that nature. And then you get burned. So stuff like that too, but you don't necessarily want to get close. That's what I would say. Pretty sure that if I get the prawn suit and drop it down here, not however, if I get it down here without the grapple, I'll probably have some issues. There's the Aurora. Thank God we've explored that, and then the radiation leak. Radiation suit. Or at least I can use the rebreather. Get to the rest of the suit later. Much. At this point, I should probably pick up some extra biofuel for the reactor. And that's 0.0. I do not see... Okay, well, at least the one's there, but I do not see anybody else. And one thing I have to be honest about, at least, is that I am very surprised slash elated with the fact that the stalkers here do not steal your beacons and take them off other places, because if that were a thing, I would probably have nightmares about it. Which I'm surprised I don't now, but then again, not that I remember any of my nightmares. Whoa. Why that spun me. And supposedly, the fish tanks I have, if you get 2 fish, and you just leave 2 fish in there, they will breed the other 4 slots.
While they misplace your beacons on other places, that is disturbing.
Yeah, it's like really crazy. So that's why when you're not looking for the ore spots, then you kind of just, turn your HUD chip off or take it off the inventory space, that is. Because it will cluster your vision. Ah. I love how pesky this one is with the tool. Almost there. But yeah, I'm intrigued to see, personally, if I leave 2 fish of the same breed, of course, inside a fish tank, if they will reproduce, depending on given the time and such. Oh, look at that. That didn't even show up on my scanner. It must be out of the range. Interesting. Maybe that's why I'm not receiving anything from over this side. Because I kind of figured there would be some over here. And maybe there are. It's just not within range of my scanner, and it decides to go in that direction. Pretty much completely. Oh, he's back. There they are. Yeah, they're gonna fight each other. That's cute. Right on point 0. So, if I ever forget where it is or the beacon's lost, well, let's put it this way. From a distance, I'm screwed. Up close, I know where point 0 is, so I can always just throw another beacon up there if it ever becomes an issue. That's the good news, anyhow. Bad news is I have actually slashed them with the thermal knife on multiple occasions, and to no avail. They continue to survive. They have been knocked out by this. Oh no. Okay then.
Oxygen.
Oh yes, ma'am. Alright, are we gonna make it to the surface, or are we gonna pass out this time? Looks like we're gonna pass out and leave all of our inventory stuff. Nope, we're gonna make it. Probably not very much humanly possible, but as far as the game goes, we win.
Nice save.
Thank you. Scared the life out of me. I swear some of the noises in this game, pretty much all the noises in this game, freak me the hell out on a regular basis. I wonder if these creature eggs are actually those crash fish that just explode. Oh god, I thought that was the noise of another one of them popping out. See, this is clear. Get out of here. Here we go. Here's to hopefully figuring out where the hell I am. Considering that every time I get lost, I put myself in one of the most dangerous areas ever. And that's why I say tune in, because I'm about to scare the hell out of myself. Oh, no. We don't play that game around here. We will eat one of these fish if we need to be. It's maybe not cooked, so it doesn't give as much back as we'd like. That's okay. First things first. No space. Land. Okay, take it back. Alright. do any building right now or anything of that sort? Oh, really? You will take the mushrooms too? Well, that changes a lot of things. But anyways, if I do any kind of building in the base without that bioreactor going, my power will dip tremendously, as if it's not dipping a lot anyways, because of course at night the lights run. Excuse me? Excuse me?
That's cool, it takes any kind of mushroom.
Yeah. Excuse me? Did I forget to repair this last episode? Or is something attacking my videos? Do you do auto repairs?
Welcome aboard, Captain.
I hear something out there. Okay, tell me. I think you got sanity back intact. Okay, so maybe it's not what I thought it was. Anyhow, prawn soup fully docked. Alright, any suggestions in the comments? Even though you're the only one here, I don't mind either way. I would appreciate a suggestion for the name of the prawn soup. That would be awesome. Okay, so we are going to do this, and then take this out. This is going to be our breeding one, and see if that fills up at all. These, on the other hand, all seem to be the
Secret
same,
fluid
so it
intake.
doesn't seem to change.
Name the prawn shit Dr. Lexus.
Dr. Lexus. Okay. I'm down with that. Alright, so first things. Probably should grab. Oh, interesting. Okay. You have water for me? Yes, you do.
Vital signs stable.
Get your sweet ass there. Get ourselves something to eat here. Creepy-eyed creature I would never eat in real life, and then a boomerang, which, depending on, you know, good eating around the fins. Yeah, probably not. But, as far as things go here, I'll eat them, definitely. And this one is empty. Looks like I should get more from my coffers. Haha. Alright, so, let's see. Is it like 2 per? Just probably gonna end up using all of these. Put this away, and we'll just go ahead and throw the titanium in there because I don't need it right now. And is that copper or gold? Yeah, I'm real good at this menu thing, apparently. Haha. Oh, interesting. My power is currently at 0. Beautiful. Let's see. Let's go with this here reactor. So, you gonna catch up, or are you actually gonna produce power for me? Okay. I may think about making this a more efficient base on the power situation. Plus, if I take... that was dumb.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Take fire
How deep can the prawn and cyclops go?
Trying to remember here because I don't have any of the depth modules. I think this one's base. I do believe it's 500 for the prawn. And then right now, I believe that I only have the 300k, or the 300 depth. What the hell was that? Anyways. Yeah, looks to me like it's the 300, and that's one of the things I was actually working on, because to get to the next available Degassi sea base, which is the next thing I'm going to have to do after I set up this mobile Cyclops outpost situation, which I'm not going to be able to do everything. It's going to take the first module, plus some plasteel ingot, plus magnetite, and enabled glass. So I'm going to need only one of the ingots and one of the enabled glasses, but I'm going to need two of the magnetite. I can't talk.
How deep can you get out and swim outside of a vehicle?
To be honest, from what I understand from the current videos that I have seen, there is no depth that even will kill you or give you any troubles when it comes to these things. So when it comes to like getting out of a vehicle at any depth, it will not bother you. It will not do anything but increase the degeneration of your oxygen supply. That is the depth issues when it comes to the suit. So otherwise, you're basically invincible when it comes to pressure shit, other than oxygen. So I will admit that it's unreal as hell, but I've yet to test all of this. However, as you've seen with vehicles and all of the above, if it is the case that it can be, it will let you know almost immediately that you have hit the pressure limit for your suit or being out or what have you. But yeah, honest, from videos and research I've done, there is no depth at which you will be crushed or in pain or experience.
It can crush a metal vehicle but not a person.
That's exactly my point. One of the most laughable things about this game, to be honest. There are certain things within I will admit. But yeah.
Oh well, it's cool anyway.
Yeah. I mean, hey, come on now. If we're gonna be real, as detailed as this game truly is, it's kind of like mad stupid, like on so many levels. How real and how detailed it can be. Why? Okay, whatever. But yeah, there's so many like little things where you're like operating the little thing to change the name, and this little modification station opens up and all this, just instead of just making it like something that you put like on the vehicle modification station or something of that nature. And then this scanner room is like literally the whole area around you. Like this isn't just some random map that they produce. Like if you're in an area with a pitfall drop off in this area, you're literally going to come to the end of this map right here, look at it, and it's going to show you this pitfall, and it's going to show you the terrain all the way down. And then if you're searching for anything, it's going to show you those orbs. So let's go ahead and turn off my scanning for now. That's going to save me a lot of power, actually.
The level of micro interactive stuff is great.
Yes, indeed. That is one thing that I love deeply. So these heat areas is what I think were talking about earlier, where that hot spot was, where I was like getting lit on fire. In fact, what I probably should consider doing for this base specifically is to build a thermal reactor, and have it daisy chain, basically the little power stretcher deals all the way back to my base, because it'll produce a buttload of power at no cost to me other than the resources to build it. Whew. Alright. So, back to the battery building. So yeah, that's one actual setback for the situation here, is that I have a lot of solar, power and whatnot, but when it goes to nighttime, I will admit I'm usually in here creating whatnot, and they're like, as long as you don't create at night or whatever, you should be fine. I'm like, yeah, the problem is I'm in here using the power for like everything, modifications, so on and so forth, so it's not really helpful for me in any way, shape or form to just have solar power out the ass and have my capacity being up high when I can't really do anything about it. Okay. I have to go out and get more of those mushrooms as well, and there's nothing in that because I emptied it. What was the other thing I needed? Just the shell samples. Should probably go ahead and make a few of these waters real quick. Gotta make bleach first, which makes no sense to me, but then again, how do you put materials in a thing and it just comes up with a giant, I don't know, tool or whatever? I mean, I can't hate too much, so, oh yeah, all you need is bleach for disinfected water. So it just adds the water. And then somehow bleach just goes through your system without, murdering you. Hopefully it's a healthy dose. Alright, so we are now at full water. Put the excess in here. Let's give a check on this here aquarium and see. Nope, no breeding is to be done yet. Of course, then again, I haven't played much. Nothing docked. Boy, it's creepy to see my plants' shadows over here. Okay, so we do have the 6 battery cells needed, right? Oh, look at that, 5. What a dumb jackass. That'll work. Even though that's the one for my prawn suit. I'm not really worried about it at the current moment because I'm not trying to utilize the prawn suit at the current moment until I find the grapple hook, which is going to require me again to go to areas with things that will be Reaper Leviathans and whatnot, so you will definitely get joy out of watching this. I, on the other hand, am going to be in a state of terror. Tell you what. Inside we go.
Good thing about collecting mushrooms is they are stationary, lol.
Yes, I do not have to fight to be able to pick up a mushroom. Go over here and pick up some of this silicone rubber so we can get ourselves some spare power cells. so it takes 2 batteries to make 1 power cell. Not a big surprise there. And looks like I am going to have 0 leftover batteries. That's an intriguing result. Well, I didn't ask if it was or not, but that's cool. So now, let's go ahead and throw this ruby in here that I picked up from my other bag. What do I need that magnetite for? Magnetite? Oh, that's right. I don't know why I didn't put that in this locker. So that way I've got it for whenever I'm ready. I'm pretty sure I took 1 more than I needed for that one. Come down here and check the sea moth. Yep, I need 2 of those. Now I need some enameled glass, which, see, I may be right and I may be wrong, but I swear one of my storage areas has one.
You need to organize your storage sometime.
Yeah, like immediately. I had it broken down into different things for different things, but at the same time it still just needs to all be sat together. Like if I'm gonna have multiple things for titanium, they just need to be like right in a row together. That's why the good thing about the Cyclops is all the storage is stuck in a row, so I can't move it myself. Gotta love the little techno music going on right now. Little synthesizer just popping. Alright, so I'm not gonna lie. These little updates are gonna drive me crazy if I don't check
For
them
days
out.
I have watched you and you always check that far right storage, but never has it ever had anything in it, lol.
Oh man, that is deeply upsetting to hear that, like, on so many levels. I kid you not. Alright, so that's all it takes to make one of those. That's not bad at all, really. Fire suppression system. I'm probably going to need one of those. I'm going to have to figure out how to make some crystalline sulfur. So I do have an exterior grow bed, but do I have interior grow beds yet? This right here upsets me. I need to visit the other Degassi sea base at 500 meters to be able to get this so I can start breeding those creature eggs and utilizing the creatures. This right here is no good. We need that right there, and it's just 1 scan away, and I'm pretty sure I know where it's at. I'm also going to need one of these to go ahead and place on the...
A little messed up that this chat will say the N-word but won't read regular swear words.
I have to admit, that is very, very, very odd that it would do that. I think there's a lot in the settings that I can mess with that I have yet to actually take advantage of. However, I did get a brief look at them today. Okay, so are there any actually good screenshots, or am I just accidentally taking screenshots all the time? Yeah, pretty much just accidentally taking screenshots all the time. Oh lord. Yeah, these are pretty horrific screenshots. Alright, so I have about 67 messages. I wonder if I can actually play these through again and again and again. Would you have any interest in listening to them from start to finish? talking about day 1 to day whatever to kind of get the story idea, since I've never done that. Okay. Can't right now. Just let me know.
I'd rather just listen to you playing.
Alright, that's cool. Okay, so I've done enough with the battery cell chargers and all that. I should probably think about the plasteel ingots and whatnot here pretty soon. And you're right, that far right storage at least has to go. I can't deal with it being there any longer. I'm not really sure I should even rebuild it. This is what I'm gonna do, depending on how much storage room. Rough. Okay. Well, I am going over in the sea moth, so let me check how many storage units it has again. Let me just run into it about 67 times first. Okay, so we'll store some of this in here just for the base reconstruction and whatnot. Okay, now titanium, gold, and coral sand. Okay, and I do believe yeah, I love how loud this game is. Automatically induces fear as soon as you jump in the water. Oh, BEA, beautiful. And I'm out of batteries for it too. Oh well. At least what my target is like right out here. I don't know why I keep bouncing it back and forth between like 6 of them, but yeah. Pull our knives out. This is the exact wrong one that I'm looking for. That would be the one I'm looking for. No. Okay, so we'll put our tool away so we can swim a bit faster. See how the base is doing on power. Not too bad. Alright. We're gonna drop these materials in here as well. So that's gonna be this one. Gold. Oh wait, that's right, I'm gonna place them in the... Wow, alright. In one piece, literally. Did I already place it inside?
If I was stuck on that ocean in real life, I would never leave the shallows.
Yeah, that's kind of my problem, actually, if we're going to be 100% honest, is that I played and I put in a whole day and a little bit more of hours worth already. But my main issue is the simple fact that I am, like, obsessed with coming back to the shallows for safety. Like, of course, you know, you have your oxygen here, you have your base set up here for your first base, and then you start setting up things like grow beds, and then you have your food, and you have your reactors, so you start making up all kinds of excuses to come back, and it's kind of an issue after a while. Because if you don't keep your upkeep, everything starts to die, oxygen goes out, and you don't get little neat features like this, for example, to save your life. Like having this extra salt and everything else is just a nice little added feature.
It's cool because you can build close to the surface too.
Yeah, and And then I'll probably go ahead and build me one of these when I get over there, which I already put the mats inside of the sea moth. And then a computer chip, fiber mesh, silver ore, and titanium. Okay. I do not... That's not hard at all. Of course, I'm not going to take my own yet. I will have to take some of the seed clusters here in a minute for something. I couldn't remember. It wasn't lubricant. I think it was silicone rubber, but I think that was for more power cells, so I may not need that. Okay. Swim around, you old stalker boy. And apparently, I don't know how to clear inventory spaces yet. I don't know if it's like putting a tool in a storage box that's on your hotbar or something, because you just cannot clear your hotbar. But, either way, you can take like one of these peepers and you have to like hold it. Jesus Christ, you're so loud. You have to hold like the peeper or whatever fish in your hand, but the stalker or whatever hostile animal will come up to attack you, and instead of attacking you, will actually eat the fish out of your hand. And if you succeed in doing this like 2 to 5 times, depending on the difficulty of the animal, I'm assuming, just an assumption, don't take me for fact there, but I'm assuming that it allows you to tame them, is what it does. And I'm not assuming that you can tame them. I'm assuming the range of fish that you have to feed compared to difficulty. And once you tame them, they will not attack you, which is pretty dope, actually. I wish I could actually deconstruct the fiber or the medical kit fabricator upstairs. That would be 10 times more beneficial than having to find the resources to make it. Computer chip, silver ore, which is not too hard to be honest, but it's just a pain in the ass to sit back and have to fight to make it. More table coral sample, 2 gold and copper wire, of which I already made recently. Admittedly on accident, however, it's a happy one. How do I lose track of this thing? Oh, okay. And again, you are dumb, because it is not that. There we go.
Press X on inventory item and see if you can assign it to quick bar.
You can, but the way it works is it automatically assigns it to the first one. So like here's the X button, like say on a tool. It automatically assigns it to the first one, so no matter what it is. And then like say, okay, so I have the sea glide over there to the far right now, right? But I have the knife in the middle, so if I choose the sea glide, it chooses it to be first.
Calorie intake recommended.
Yeah, we'll get there. But then if you press, what is it? L2?
What if you hold down X?
Yeah, no, unfortunately it doesn't work. I tried just now. Unfortunately, since there's no drag or drop option or an option to play with mouse and keyboard on PlayStation, there's no way. Yeah, there's no way to like clear your inventory as of such. I'm now going to need to cook myself something to eat, as they said, or I will die. That should have been one of the things they should have used as an indicator, to be honest. Was these bladderfish, because I'm not for sure if the amount of bladderfish in there was the amount I put in there, or if they breeded it all. Or bred, if you will.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Yeah, I held X there and it doesn't do it. And holding L2, again, L2 is another option for swapping items and stuff. It just automatically ate the fish. It didn't allow me to assign it or anything, so no fun there. However, I did pick up the head coral sample, so now I'm going to need to drop down and grab some gold. Which should be in my high value mats. So some things are kind of in order. Kind of. And you should actually be able to put this in there too. And it used it right away. Interesting. Let's see here. Okay. Probably should have picked up the silver ore too, but it won't really much matter. Because we got what we needed there. And the silver ore should probably be in here as well. No, for the love of Pete, make me look like a liar, of course. And this is actually a mod for the Cyclops. It's an energy efficient module. Hey dumbass, maybe you should be using that, plus all the extra batteries are already right here, but I should save those in here for the moment. Computer chip, fiber mesh. I think I've got almost everything, or is it everything to make it? Some dumbass. Literally listen to yourself. Some titanium, and then silver ore. So now these items, I go ahead and take them, and I should be able to store them in here. Doesn't look as if we'll be able to store them all. One. Alright, I have the extra titanium, so I shouldn't have to worry about that. There's this, plus the computer chip. That should be all I should need. Alright, so now, with that being the case, let's go ahead and take ourselves here. That's the copper ore, and this is the titanium. So titanium. Okay. There's really not really any more space up in the water thing because I have so many of the corals and the salts. Should be just going ahead and making waters to reduce the amount of that going on in here. And there's a piece of titanium because I forgot to drop it. Let's see how much water I can make. Now, obviously this isn't, that is the ideal water, I guess. It's not the greatest water because we get the greatest water from the little water purifier over here on the wall, which I'll never be able to have enough resources to make one. base, I'm sure. Or integrity in a small base, because I'm not trying to make a huge base on every little outpost. Especially since I'm going to have to come back and make sure that there's power in it, or make sure that I find a thermal vent to be able to utilize for that. Great, so in other words what you're telling me is it doesn't really even matter if I go ahead and make waters anyways, because it takes 2 inventory spaces after making waters. Oh my god. It takes 1 of either item to make it, so in other words it's pretty much equal inventory space. Okay, there we are on that. Okay. So we have just like that.
You know what I heard?
What did you hear, my friend?
I heard Jaden was on Spice when he shot dude.
I wouldn't be surprised, man. I mean, to be honest, the thing I always say about those kind of things is, like, I've seen people smoke pot and, like, damn near have hallucinations over seeing someone's name and stupid shit like that. So it's like, honest to God, man, I wouldn't be surprised if him smoking spice caused him to be, like, more aggressive, or at least affected his judgment making in that said situation. Which,
Oh my god, that sounded so funny coming over the text to speech.
yeah, straight up. Alright, so we're gonna make ourselves some glass, and then we're gonna make ourselves some enameled glass.
Yay, I wouldn't be surprised either.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest. Let's go ahead and finish making this so we can make as much enameled glass as possible. I think I pulled out 3, so that should give us probably too many glass. But this way I have enough enameled glass to go ahead and toss in here.
Spice is seriously still a thing in town. I got a story to tell you sometime, lol. Spice is stupid.
Yeah, dude, spice is stupid, and I'm honestly, man, I mean, it's illegal too at this point, so I don't really understand why people in town even still fuck with it, because it doesn't even give you a buzz. Like, it's completely and totally irrelevant. And not only that, it's probably one of the closest things to potpourri in taste and I guess not toxicity, but it's like, number one, it's so odorific.
It is illegal, and the whole experience of it is horrible.
Yeah, and it's odorific, so it's like, I don't know, man, it's like when you inhale it and whatnot, it takes you on a whole different level that I'm not a big fan of. And so, I mean, you know, to each
I
his
don't
own.
understand why people like it.
Yeah, well, I don't understand why people like a lot of things, but you know how it goes. Guess that's not for us to understand. Lithium, 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 lithium. Oh, where are you, lithium? Have I lost all my lithium to creations? Oh, look at that. 1 effing lithium. Beautiful. Considering I need 2 to make 1 plasteel, that's helpful at least. but I feel as if we're gonna have some troubles. Why not show off my base a little bit? Not too bad of a look. That, on the other hand, is unsightly. I do not like.
When's the last time you went to Waffle House?
Oh man, last time I went to Waffle House was at least months ago. Like maybe even the beginning of this year type shit.
Yes, I like your base.
Yeah, it's pretty tight. I appreciate that. I don't know. I won't say I spent a great deal of time on it, but I will say I spent probably too much time on it for it to be as disorganized as it is. Please, God, have extra lithium in here. God, lead. Why can't you be lithium? Yep, so that means
Good enough for Donald Trump even.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I'm sure. Excuse me. That was gross. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and take a premature trip, I do believe, to go ahead and fill up on the power cells in Cyclops and start building some of the necessities, and then also go ahead and probably move it a bit, and then decide how I'm going to shut down all the bullcrap that is automatically running within the base itself. I did rig it to run silently, which I have discovered in recent video research. Watch a lot of different guys, but IGP's one of the biggest guys I watch. Jacksepticeye, a couple other guys, just to give out some shout outs if anybody's watching this, because you know they're pretty dope guys and they have given me like 90% of my info on the game, will admit that. Let's see here. I have figured out that running on silent, it causes a lot of power drain. So can you, I don't know if they run into it, if it causes damage, but can you just not? That would be great. And my base is so damn low. I feel like my Cyclops should not be up this high. Anyways, just for safety purposes anyhow, because if this thing gets destroyed, I'm gonna be freaking livid. And that's almost everything. Hopefully I have enough power cells to rock it. Yeah, you are so loud. When I first entered this game, man, even knowing about it, I still...
That's terrifying.
Yeah, dude, I can't even...
Emergency power.
They freak me out.
Oxygen production offline.
Yeah, we hear ya. Okay. Let's see here. What are you? This I have not seen before. I will admit I do not know what that is. So we'll go up this side, turn the light back on, take out our power cell and replace it, and then replace this one, so on and so forth, and then we are going to go down. I swear, be on God, we're gonna try. Oh wait, that's right. That's how I access the other side, right? From here. Okay, excellent. So these should be dead cells. Yep, okay. So it runs on 6 cells. That's not too bad. Oh my god, dude. And they're so loud. Why did... Goodness gracious. Oh, that's right, because I didn't get everything out of storage yet. Okay, so let's start with this. That's right, that's one of the things I left up there. Of course, of course it is. Hopefully I left that on board too. If not, I'm kind of confused as to where I left it. Anyhow. Not what I meant to do. And I will admit that's one thing I forgot to grab. Okay. So.
Maybe you have to hide the Cyclops in a nook to protect it from damage.
Yeah, I'm thinking that that's kind of what I was gonna do. Like, leaving it out here is probably not a good idea, just for the simple fact that they might run into it in general. Not really 100% for sure how that works when it comes to reef backs. Oh, right. Okay, so there's that. I have all that extra enamel glass, so I'm definitely gonna need this and this. And probably go ahead and toss this inside. Should go. Yeah, that's a great idea, Christian.
Captain, all systems online.
Alright, slap that shut, and then let's go ahead and do ourselves a favor and create a fabricator. Trying to think here, because all my storage stuff is going to be downstairs. Should I really put it up here? Probably should be downstairs, and then that's where the decoy launcher goes. Both these doors are open. Fire extinguishers. Where did I put that module? Oh, there it is. Alright, sweet. Energy efficiency now at 300%. So now my energy should be going down so much slower. But it does not seem to be doing that. So, question being, what can I do to fix this?
Can it only hold one vehicle, or can it hold the Seamoth as well as the prawn suit and etc.?
No. You have to, you can only do one at a time. Only one at a time. Okay, so... something just bump into this? How do I get out?
That's what she said.
Did something just bump into this? Question. No, I've already done it. There's probably no way that's possible anyway. Okay. Pop open for me if you would. Thank you. Okay, well that's not alarmingly scary when you first walk in or anything. Okay. Now, let's drive this thing for real. So,
Engine powering up.
cool. What does that even mean? That it's powering up? Okay. So we're on second. Sound is not that. Sound is very loud. Okay. Turn ourselves around. Got the auto compass, which is nice. Scanner for all things, which doesn't seem to be working on the reef back, which is amusing. Got my vehicle bay over there now instead of where it was before. In fact, I'm probably going to pack that up and toss into one of my storage units real quick. So, turn this off.
Engine powering down.
Okay. And I'm glad I looked up at that. Are you... tried to do it. Tried to be cool for 2 seconds. And where are
Drive slower, stealth mode.
Yeah. I don't know necessarily that right now I need it. Wow, dumb. Absolutely dumb. I even have storage right inside. Okay. So, one thing that can be extra cool is this. Open storage, tools, and that'll probably be my first thing. To go ahead and rock with. You cannot rename said storage. Oh well, at least I can remember what's going on. Okay, now we should be able to take this down. There we go. She is a beaut. Is that one of the cameras, or is that just sensors? Sensors, okay. I'm sure it's gotta be one of the cameras, though. Such a beauty. Real quick, while we're out here, let's just go ahead and test this theory. Looks like my theory says I can go fuck myself. Alright. That would be a 00 negative, Captain. Are you ready for pitch black? 'Cause I am. Okay. Now turn the engine
Powering up.
Give me all the power. 97%. Turn ourselves around.
Ahead slow.
Silent running would take a lot of batteries. What even is this? The lights, not necessary. Probably shouldn't go that direction. That's not really a great idea, if we're gonna be honest. Thank God it's not showing anything on the sensors. Not as if it always does, but yeah. I'm driving over the grassy plateaus. I wonder. Okay, well if that isn't weird, I don't know what is. But okay, so we can take ourselves completely out of water, no repercussions whatsoever. And somebody just ran into the vehicle, and again. Excuse me there, Mr. Fish. Oh my. Forgot about that underwater cove area. That's not a bad place to pick up stuff. What the hell was that? Oh, okay.
Seek fluid intake.
Yeah, I'll get there. Okay, now that we are over the grassy area, we should be good. I know, I'll get there. I'll come fix it in just a minute. Hopefully there's nothing that I have to repair too bad. Okay, so now, should have a decent sitting. And let's go check what the issues are. It says it's just fine. So no problems at all? Okay, we don't even have to worry. And then this tells me all of my business about Rook. And I can exchange the power thing. We can exchange out the mods. Huh, interesting. Well, I do appreciate that. Could use a little bit of information more. Good Lord, that was about the loudest thing in the entire frickin' world. Yeah, I'm not gonna dock back on, but what I will do is go inside, go up here, and shut off the lights. Probably don't have to worry about running for silence, but I do not want... Oh yeah, I forgot about cycling the cameras, duh. So these are the cameras that you can actually look out of on the... You can actually add a light to it too. I don't even know. Okay. So you can turn the camera light on and off, and switch between all the different cameras. One underneath. Oops. Sorry about that. We should be good.
Engine powering down.
Okay, now 96%. So we should be running off of nothing. Okay. Now I can start to modify things. So first thing I forgot to do actually. Since all the storage is here.
All systems online.
Got no storage across from it. Let's go ahead and use the fabricator here. Can I? No, there's no reason.
Seek fluid intake immediately.
Can I actually build one of these somewhere in here? That would be epic. So that's the thermal plant. Medium efficiency. That's what I need. I need that aerogel. Is that an outdoor grow bed? Hurtful. Okay, so there's that. Go ahead and get my medical kit fabricator. In fact, I actually would prefer this to be upstairs. Now, every 20 minutes, I will have a new medical kit.
Recommended.
Oh, Jesus.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Yeah, there's that. Radio. Again, I don't know why I keep doing that. Okay, at least it's symmetrical. Okay, there we go. Now I want to start building storages or large freestanding lockers. Should probably have a battery charger and a power cell charger, if not multiple power cell chargers in here, to continue having everlasting power, that is. And then some of these outposts I can also have some power cell chargers at, so as to automatically be charging. Do you hear something attacking? my stuff, I will literally kill you. I care not how long it takes. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, because that's a great job parking. Okay, that'll count for today. Now, to figure out a few more essentials for me to go upon. Rubies and advanced kits. Oh, highly irritating. So, copper ore, silver ore. Two gold. That should be enough. Did I? Definitely should check for those rubies before I go running off. There they are. Okay, let's see. There's the wiring kit. Now for the advanced, I just need a computer chip, which is going to take...
Emergency. Starvation imminent. Seek calorie intake immediately.
Okay. Computer chip. Okay. Cook ourselves something to eat so we don't die. What is it telling me I can make down here? Oh, compass. Okay. No, thank you. Alright.
Vital signs stabilizing.
That didn't produce much food at all. Jesus. Talk about a stockpile. What did I say I needed? My apologies. A computer chip, so table coral samples. Okay, that's not too bad. Oh wait. Don't you dare. Where did I... Gonna anger myself. Do you happen to remember which box that I put my tools in by chance? Did I put them in the tools box downstairs, or did I put them in the tools box on the Cyclops? So I'm thinking it's the Cyclops. See, that thing isn't that damn big while it's acting like it's so difficult.
I have no idea.
First things first.
Engine powering up.
Lord, I wonder how much power it takes just to power it up. Okay, so we do that. Every single time we go ahead and forget to do that.
Powering down.
Okay, flip the light back on. Let's see. Yup, exactly. Need this. Forgot about those little things that you can use to actually add some life to your base. They don't actually do anything, but they make you look like you're a scientist or something. So there's that. Unfortunate. Okay. Go ahead and start getting these power cells charged up while we're here. No, really? Okay. And then go ahead and create that. And then advanced wiring kit. Alright, alright, alright. Alright. Let's see. Last thing is 2 of them there, beautiful titaniums, of which I'm pretty sure that I stockpiled down in the bottom, but may have left a couple up here. Now let's just go get it. My mind.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
What's the objective here?
Oh, I'm sorry, man. The objective here is to build...
What is your current objective?
It is to build the power cell charger in this room, so that way I can do what I'm currently doing in my base and charge power cells off of this base to continuously encourage having infinite power within the vehicle. So I'm kind of trying to get a read on how quickly it's drawing my power as we speak, because I'm sure it's going to draw pretty hard now. Efficiency-wise, I'm sure this is nowhere near good. But with 2 cells at a time, I shouldn't be doing bad. So, how much more?
Cool.
Yeah. Then the next thing I'm gonna do is go ahead and build myself a storage locker next to it, so that I can save all my extra power cells that are charged and not charged. For being 100% factual, I should probably do 1 of each. How much does that actually cost anyhow to build? That's not bad. Okay, if I could actually see what the hell I was doing, that would be nice. I probably should have done that. And voila. So now, I'm choosing to go ahead and fix this option. Floodlights anyways. Those the outside lights? It's gotta be the outside lights. Okay. So, now, to a general extent, this is only one side, too. So, if we're gonna be 100% realistic...
Once you get the power going, then what?
Well, the power's already getting to go. We're recharging everything. The goal is to continuously have the batteries just recharging themselves. That's generally it. But then after that, it's to continue this mobile base. The end goal here is to make sure that my Cyclops is a mobile base, but then I want to build outposts in certain specific biomes and areas, so that that way I can just pick up and go with things like food and such that I may need. Also trying to figure out if I can build any reactors, if there's any space enough in here to build any of the reactors, which I highly doubt. By the way, welcome to the chat, Epic, and welcome to the stream as well. That thing is actually a whole lot bigger than I thought it would be, and it obviously does not have a click point here. And that allows me to think, or know, if you will, that this also is a dream that will never be fulfilled. Yep, okay. So no reactors can be placed, no solar panels. So
It must go outside.
Yeah, unfortunately, it must. Welcome
Thanks.
back. Yep, appreciate that, and you're welcome, Epic. Yeah, unfortunately, it must go outside, so... Engine is offline, good deal. 77% already. So, is this thing already... Yep, it's already doing that, so that's good news. Alright, so we got our fabricator and our storage areas. Let's see which tools we got going. Put our mobile vehicle bay as well. Want to put that away. Put away our Sea Glide for the moment. And then save this. All for copper and quartz and glass. Save enamel glass in there too, what the heck. And then this one should probably be titanium. And then we can work from there. Alright. So let's go ahead and go back out and check a couple other things, because I'm going to probably have to do some
So it's a game of survival?
Oh, absolutely a game of survival. It is, It's not a game where you kill things very often. You can kill things. It is a thing to kill them. However, it is not the main goal in any way, shape, or form. Like here, for example, I will show you a little something since my inventory slots are empty from any tools on the second slots. I'll show you a little cool factor in the game. You can actually tame animals for a short period of time, meaning they will not attack you and can assist you in a couple of different things. So we're going to need 2 of them at least to do what I want to do. Oh, of course you're swimming away now. Of course you are. Come here. Of course I'm horrible at this right now. My apologies, y'all. Really
Any
bad.
signs of any other humans?
Not really. This game actually has its solo play, obviously. Initially, anyways, it's obvious. And then there are additions for multiplayer yet, except for on PC. They do have mods for it. Okay, so he's gonna come at me and try to attack me, and once he does, he should take the fish. I don't know why he's being so difficult, because he wants the metal, preferably. Come here. Come on. No? Of course he's going to be difficult. Okay. Well, there is another thing that's usually around here that should not be here. No? Okay. Well, he doesn't want to do the tame thing without any metal, so he would take the metal out of my hand and eventually become friendlier, but he does not eat metal, so there's that. That's why this is a big...
What was that metal thing he had?
It's metal salvage, actually. It's the main source for creating things are, you know, titanium in this game, and that's what it makes. Oh, sorry, that was you. You already know where. My bad. But yeah, oh, I'm sorry. That time, I lied. That time it was not metal salvage. It was a O2 tank, an oxygen tank. Just FYI for everybody here, you have to actually unequip the current oxygen tank that you are using and then use it to upgrade to the next one, and then you can equip the new oxygen tank. So I didn't know this at that time period, and with that being a factor, I had to leave one behind. And when I did this, that specific stalker is the name of the creature out there. Anyways, like a little sea dragon or whatever. It continuously steals any items that I've dropped below. Oh, that was a cute noise. Interesting. This is your life pod. This is where you'll start. It drops you inside. You pretty much have all the regular essentials when you get here. You have your fabricator to create many of the items, suits, food, basic ingredients, deployables, that sort of thing. You have a radio to start to get your transmissions, which send you out to locations where other crashes or other life pods are, or crash sites for the big ship outside, which is the Aurora, for pieces of it or other things. This is also a health kit fabricator, what I showed you on the ship. It gives you just actual health if you get damaged or if you take damage from other things. Your life pod runs off of solar panels as well, or, well, solar power in general, and it continues to generate power unless it gets night outside. So this is a good place to actually start with, and even if you make your own base at night, this is a better place to come to craft things because it'll save you power on your base. And then this is also a storage container, which holds quite a few, actually, storage space squares. So it's a good
Epic,
place to
where
start.
are you from?
Yeah, it looks like it's a question for Epic, not me, man. Alright, let's see. Take this upstairs and eat it. First I'm gonna cook it, because cooked food, pretty much in all games, utilizes more health points for you. I don't know why I got it, whatever. work. Anyways, so we'll go ahead and eat those. Give me some food back, and then I also have water in my inventory, right? I'll drink that too. Usually I put myself at full, but I'm not too worried about it right now. I'm kind of worried about doing my modifications and such. So this is a moon pool right here. This is a place where you can dock your vehicle. It's
Texas.
Oh, he's from Texas. Okay, well, hello from Texas. That's cool. Welcome to a stream from Indiana. So this is how the moon pool works. You can actually drive your vehicle up to it, and it'll mount the vehicle inside. It'll show you pretty much everything's open, the access upgrades. You can access your storage that you put on it if you have a storage module on it, which I do for some power cells and some extra batteries and stuff. And then that's the name of mine, is Rook of my Seamoth, which is what this vehicle is. You have Seamoth, the Prawn Suit, and the Cyclops.
Cool, yay, we are from Indiana.
Yep, yes we are. That's my buddy, actually. I know him in real life. But these are your modules for different things. This one is for the Seamoth primarily. Some of these are for the prawn suit. There's storage modules, energy efficiency to stay, you know, above things with your power cells, and then you have.
Wow, so potentially you could find other survivors?
In the game, technically, if we're going to be real, as the story goes, you will not find any other survivors as humans go. There is technically a survivor in this game that's around, but as far as I understand it, no one, streamers, players, anything has ever reported once seeing her. However, she does exist within this storyline because they have another game called, I think it's called Below Zero, Subnautica Below Zero, and she is actually a human you will interact with in that game and talk to and such. So technically yes. However, unless you are playing on PC and you have mods, more than likely you will be playing solo most of the time, and that's another fun way to go about having people, you know, watch you and whatnot on stream, is to maybe reduce a little bit of the fear in knowing that somebody else is here. But yeah, the funny note is like this vehicle right here, the Seamoth, is obviously piloted only by one individual. Same with the prawn suit here, which is more of like a mining tool and a resource to like combat different things such as heat and pressure, and you can actually fend off some of the larger predators in the game, which are known as leviathans primarily.
Welcome aboard.
LOL.
This is of course the Cyclops. Yeah. And this of course is the Cyclops. It's more like your giant submarine or whatever. So you got your storage area to start out here. It's kind of like some extra little storage. They're really not that large and in charge in storage blocks, but they're alright. You walk through this empty area, which is not necessarily empty. It's actually the docking bay for any of your vehicles, which this area opens up immediately and lets it out as soon as you try to jump in or dock it itself. All these walls, as far as I understand it, if you have the fabricator, you should be able to build certain base modules. I love how I said build there. Certain base modules such as storage lockers and stuff, so you should be able to build a wall locker in here if you desire, pretty much anywhere where it'll say green, pretty much like if you've ever played the video game Ark. It's similar to that. And then going up either side of this ladder will allow you to come up on either side of your engine for your vehicle. I am now below or close to half of my power, so let's go ahead and get an idea as to how far these are full. So these are already full, so we'll go ahead and unequip these from the charger, and then just to stay ahead of things, we'll go ahead and see if we can't find one that's empty or damn near empty. So Go over to the other side, do yourself a little 360, pull yourself up, go over. Looks like it's pulling evenly from each one. Nope, I lied. So these we'll go ahead and replace with hundos. So hundo on each one. And then drop back, pull myself up, and then boom, pull up the charger stations and add your new empty cells. So I might actually go out and look for more resources to build maybe one or two more of these stations, at least one on either side, so that way I can try to keep this infinite power thing going, but I gotta keep up on coming back and checking on my power cells to keep it alive. However, in my theory here, it should keep me afloat forever. This is an empty one, so I can't forget that. And then any extra power cells I should throw in there. So like the ones in my CMOth module, or in my CMOth storage module. And then, let's see, fabricator that. And then apparently these walls can be built upon if there's a wall building piece that you can make with the build fabricator. Okay. Won't lie, I'm getting a little
What
distracted.
happens if you run out of power cells for the Cyclops? Any alien threats?
Yes, actually. Without giving you spoilers, I guess, the planet itself is kind of alien. Obviously, the fish you're seeing kind of seem semi-normal-ish, Earth-wise comparison, but they're actually a complete and total different planet of fish. Like this big-eyed creature is a peeper and whatnot else, but big-time alien threats, the Leviathans for sure. Namesake-wise, there's the Reaper Leviathan, the Ghost Leviathan, the Sea Dragon Leviathan, which actually shoots fireballs underwater, strangely enough. And then they have what is known as the Sea Emperor, I do believe is what they call it, and it is story driven, so, you know, if you don't want to hear any spoilers or anything like that, I don't really want to tell you too much about that situation, but yeah, definitely some threats. I will admit, spoiler, not spoiler, the Sea Emperor, from what I understand, doesn't really ever become a threat, but that's about as far as I'll go with that. There are other threats, like, for example, let's see, there's several threats around, but alien-wise, there are, let's just say there was an alien race on this planet beforehand, and they have done their best at times to
What
create...
caused the main ship to go down?
Oh, I'm sorry. There is a island of which, for some reason, is so far off in the distance. In this case, you're not going to be able to see it. But way off in the distance, there is an island that shot, or it has a base on it. It's a alien technology base. I don't really know what they call it. Basically, the precursor base. And it has a large cannon on top of it, and it sights in on targets and knocks them out of the air. So that's what hit us. And then people just shot out of the life pods, and that is the large ship right there, and that would be what is known as the Aurora. Personally, I don't recommend it. However, there is not really that big of a deal in it if you have the courage, if you will. okay, that's not true. At least 70-some% of what you will need can be scanned, like blueprints wise, and what you will build can be scanned off of this ship just by getting to it. However, if you can look directly, like where I'm putting my cursor, that little
Oh,
hole,
wow.
yeah, pretty nice actually area. But this little hole right here where I'm pointing my cursor is what you would do, is you would swim on top of the water all the way over to the ship, because if you don't swim on top of the water, that's where the alien threats come in. So down here, not many threats. This little guy will bite you every now and again, kind of scare you, and then he says brr, brr, or whatever, and swims off. And then there's these sand shark deals, which basically just burrow into the water, and that loud noise is actually a reefback Leviathan. So it is Leviathan class, and the fact that it's large and in charge. But it is, well, spoiler alert, kind of not spoiler alert. If you hear anything about the game, people are going to tell you that you don't really have to be afraid of these. But as soon as you get in the game, the first time you ever hear them, you're definitely going to have your heart beating a little bit at least. So you can see here they're pretty much alien as it gets when it comes to all the aliens you've seen in movies and stuff. They are non-hostile though. You can swim all up against them and they don't hurt you, so it's good news. They do have like a whole ecosystem on their backs. Sorry, a little bit loud there. Just different plants, not necessarily useful plants. You can scan some of them. There is a plant that looks like this in color, the redwort right here, and it just kind of looks like, honestly, poop, to be honest with you. But it sits on some of their backs here, and it'll shoot spines at you, which causes a little bit of damage to your health, which isn't really beneficial for you, but there's that. If you do go out in that area, they call it the crash zone, obviously, for, you know, the Aurora. And then, that area is kind of barren. It doesn't really have much going on out there, other than micro-sized organisms, and then the Reaper Leviathan, which is one of the more frequent Leviathan that you'll see in the game, and they tend to appear in areas like the dunes and stuff like that. Yeah, so you'll hear about these biomes later on if you decide to look into it and research on videos, or if you want spoiler alerts, I can tell you, but you know how that goes. So more peepers. Probably I should pick up food. I did not pick up my propulsion cannon. So there are several tools, several tools that you can get in the game. One of them is the fabricator or base fabricator deal here, where you can create all kinds of base stuff, as I did with my whole base here. These are foundations, all can be built, other than these poles. These poles come automatically off of base modules or foundations. This is a grow bed where you can actually grow some of the things that actually grow under the sea, or, you know, you can get an indoor one later, which I don't have yet, and you can grow stuff in there as well. Lights, so your base can look kind of nice. Then you can have certain ones that have windows in them. In fact, the whole base, to some extent, can have windows, like in these square compartments, but it's all based off of structural integrity inside the base. This is scanner room, which has 2 camera zones on either side of it, and basically the gist of having one of these is to have the ability to be able to look for different things around your scanner room in a certain, you know, radius, and using the camera drones to scout out the areas of enemies and such before you go there yourself. And then you can put on the chip that goes in your armor slot, either where your compass goes or right here in the other slot right next to it on the neck. area, and it'll allow you to see little circles on the map where, like, say there would be some right here on the wall. It would have a little circle around it showing that there's limestone chunk there, so you can crack it open and hopefully find some copper or titanium like I was searching for earlier in this video, actually.
Seek fluid intake.
Yeah, the story is basically that a company landed before you did to kind of like get the idea of what was going on this planet to see if it was inhabitable or not. And apparently all the technology that you can build and such has different, you know, qualities about it. If it's on land, if it's in water, or whatever else, it'll build different vehicles for you or give you different options and such. So they have room to build more games for like different ecosystems and such. But yeah, overall the whole thing is you land on the planet and kind of get a gist of where the planet lies, if it's inhabitable or not, and then you kind of learn that it's all water pretty much almost everywhere other than a couple of islands that are around. And then you get
Oh, do tell, it's good to get intel so I can get an idea.
Yeah, for sure. So it comes down to it that you're just going to explore the planet for just kind of understand its life and, you know, just basically what it's like in the whole planet to see if it's inhabitable generally. And then you discover that there's a virus going on. So one of the things is actually, I'll show you here in a second, you have interaction with the different animals on the planet.
Vital signs
The animals
stabilizing.
actually have the virus going through their system. Pretty much all of them do, but you don't see evidence until later stages of the virus where they've contracted it and it's built. And throughout the story itself, which is one thing I'll tell you that's safe, is you don't have to worry about the infection killing you off or anything of that nature, because it is story driven completely. But other than that, it's just kind of a cool little cute story thing to have, telling you if you're infected by the
Welcome
low
aboard,
stage of
Cool.
infection
all
now.
systems online.
So let's see, where's my scanner? Okay, so you get up on the D-pad, self-scan, shows you're infected over here on the gun to the right, and then if it goes beyond that, it'll say seriously infected and a couple other things I've seen evidence of. But yeah, you're going to build in a large assortment of tools, flashlight, the habitat builder for your base. You want a repair tool to repair any and all stuff, your base, your sea vehicles, pretty much anything that breaks that you want to fix. Then you're going to need a laser cutter, because when you find the wrecks for different places in the game, you're going to have to be able to get inside of some of them through like broken down doors. Not every single door is able to be cut through, but it's pretty evident later on which ones are and which ones are not. If they look like they're structurally sound, they're not going to be able to be cut through, which doesn't make any sense. But if it looks darkened out and it's like damaged, you can cut through it and then get inside and start exploring the wrecks. But the main goal of the game is to get your scanner gun, go out and scan anything and everything, all the flora, all the fauna, which means all the plants and all the different animals, if you didn't know. You want to scan any and all little fragments or technology that you find that will allow you to scan it. Often you'll hear new blueprint synthesized, and that just means that you can make a new piece of technology. Now I have a thing called a thermoblade, but to start you're just going to get a knife. It doesn't really matter either way. However, if I use this thermoblade, which I keep forgetting about...
Hello?
Oh, hello. Welcome to the stream, Josh. Or Joshua, if you prefer. My apologies. You can actually cook the fish just by striking them. So, just to update you, we're currently working on a mobile base right now. It's called the Cyclops. It's a vehicle inside the game. It's a submarine. It can actually hold one of the other vehicles that you have, either a Seamoth, which is
How
like
are
a...
you?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. How are you? But yeah, we're just trying to update mobile bases and set up some outposts and get it all seaworthy. It's just explaining some of the tools and whatnot to Epic because he sounded like he was going to get into it, so that way he had some little bit of intel to jump on. But this right here is the propulsion cannon. It actually warps gravity to pull objects and push objects, so you can shoot, you know, animals at each other. Wee little bit ones, not big ones. But then you can grab little objects like little fish or limestone chunk off of walls and stuff like that, and then you can just hit the X button and you can pull it in your inventory, so it's like an easy grab system too. This one right here is actually one of my favorite tools in the whole game. It's actually called the Pathfinder tool. It's a basically the way it works is you just driving around or you're swimming around in the water, and say you get into a cave. Well, it has 20 of these little light discs, and you shoot it and you just pull the trigger or whatever, and it shoots out this little light disc right in front of you, and it's like a little waypoint, if you will. So when you start going through the cave or whatever, you just have to find your little light disc to get back out. And then the cool thing about it is once you've gotten done with all those, you can just hit up on the D-pad and it pulls them all into your gun, so you don't even have to go back and like pick them up one by one like you do in the game with almost everything else. So it's a nice little
LOL.
tool. Yeah, saves you a lot of time also. But yeah, those are the general tools to start with, and then from there you get like modification stations and everything else to kind of build from the base. That's why a lot of times, unfortunately, in my opinion anyhow, the